So we'll look elsewhere. City over Plymouth Argyle, Derby over Port Vale, West Ham over Forest Green. We beat Leicester. Wolves over Gillingham on pens. Everton over Shrewsbury on pens. Barrow over Colchester. And Doncaster over QPR. So City's still in this competition, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see, getting a chance to manage Brazil. No, thank you. Allison wants to play, and you will, because we are back in the league. I always want to say the Premier League, but let's get the primary squad out there. This should be a win against Nottingham Forest. Even with Taiwo, their right striker there. Former Liverpool player. But this should be a pretty straightforward victory. Not quite straightforward, but we'll take it. 83rd minute winner from Henderson. 2 goals, Henderson and Fabinho. That's not great that those were the 2 scoring for us, but it's fine. Any rules restrictions for transfer portal? Not so much. We're not going to be ridiculous, though, and just trying to get all the best players immediately. Romanian club are in for James Norris. Market value is 825. Let's outright negotiate this. So I'm good with the loan with the option to buy. They want a short-term loan, which is fine. I'm also good with the salary split. However, I would like 1.25 million of a transfer fee with a 7% sell-on clause. And they said no. Okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to let somebody go for nothing and have it come back and bite me in the ass. So, stick it. Allison, you were brilliant. Egregious for the cutscene. Pack your bags, champ. All right, so first of the month, we'll have our first scouting reports. Let's see what we got. Irving out in Australia. Bradley Gray, not that good. Taylor Chadwick. Ryan Rogers, Aiden Whitaker. Harvey Ward, Jensen Manning, and Declan Rogers. Unfortunately, none of the Aussies looking all that great. Perkovic out in India. Va Ali. Not good enough. Shankar Sheikh. Balwinder Singh. C-Paul. Might be Cheapal, C-Paul. I mean, Hobo Career Mode, a.k.a. franchise. It's what franchise mode's called here. And then Gopal Kapoor. Paul's decent. He's going to be a goalkeeper. I'm not going to immediately sign him, though. Or am I? I mean, I might as well. I have space. Here's our first signing. Then we got Vanna out in the Netherlands. Rick Jansen. Sign him for the moment. Matthias Jacobs, Rodney Van Dyke, Matthias Kramer, Lawrence Kramer. Sign you for the moment. And Stan Peters. All right. So we got a couple of new additions. Nothing too crazy. Let's see the academy that we already have. I mean, again, outside of Heath. All right. Adam Bailey, the Welshman. Certainly gone. Everybody else, it's a bit of a toss-up. Again, allowed to sign 1 player, maybe 2 if I say we have Heath because he was inherited and then could sign the best of the rest from there. Not sure who that would be right now. Crazy enough, Patrick Heath's going to be an absolute god. I might just sign him and sell him, I don't know. Let's see, training day wise. I think we hit the majority of the drills already done, thankfully. So we're not going to have to worry about that again. So we got a lot of time off here, so a lot of training days. Just keep going through them. Yeah, still a few months out from the transfer window opening up. Yeah, more players out on international duty right now. We'll take a look at what's happening around the leagues as well very, very soon. All of the training days, though. All right, we have Wigan this week. We are still second in the league behind West Ham, who are still undefeated and have allowed just 9 goals on the year, which is nuts. We'll pay more attention to the likes of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup later. Oh, actually, what's the status of the FA Cup? Still in round 1 status, so nothing to worry about yet. Champions League at this stage is underway. Right now, looking like Rangers and Ajax going to walk their way through Group A. Porto and Bruges off to a good start in Group B. Group C, Plizen doing very well. Everyone else kind of struggling. Group D. Shout out to Sriracha Papa. What a name. Sporting up there. Wrexham's in Group D. Okay. Group E. Boy, these Champions League groups, all of a sudden, they're actually more screwed up. I guess we're not there. Fair enough. Celtic are going to win this hands down. Yep, that's the Champions League. So it does substitute out teams like ours for random teams that start in the Prem, like Bradford City. Wow. So, like, it might be like a Rangers-Celtic final at this point. Then the Europa League, PSV at the top of their group. Dortmund 2 are in the Europa League. This is amazing. Michelin's up there. Harrogate Town, crushing it. Oh, that's beautiful. There's going to be some funny changes. Yes, we inverted every league that we could. Yeah, right now the update on the Premier League, it's Stockport. 11 out of 38 games down. Stockport top of the table. Drop zone right now is Barrow, Walsall, Sutton. Walsall just 1 point behind Stevenage. Ligue 1. Saint-Étienne at the top by 1 point right now. Drop zone. Pau, Niort. But in League 2, Marseille actually leading the way over PSG. Marseille leading the way over PSG. As, let's see, have I lost internet, YouTube? That's always the fun. As you guys will get to find out as Twitch just waits. There's a chance I have lost my internet connection, in which case it's going to drop. Let's find out. And it looks like we've reconnected. Love to see it. Twitch has had so many server issues lately, it's frankly unbelievable. It is frankly unbelievable the amount of server issues Twitch has had lately. The infrastructure falling apart. Yeah, top of League 2 right now, Marseille over the likes of PSG. In the Bundesliga, I don't even know how to properly say their name, but there you go. There you go. Freiburg 2 at the bottom, so Bundesliga 3 led by Leverkusen. Got Bayern up there, Leipzig, again the actual Bundesliga, currently in Bundesliga 3. Serie A, Benevento, the scary lady from Resident Evil Village. And then essentially the second tier, Milan at the top of that through 13 games played. Juventus behind them. And then the other league that we're allowed to flip is La Liga. So Granada at the top of that. And then in the second tier, it's Atleti over Real Madrid. Barcelona in 6th. 8-5-3 so far. Barcelona kind of struggling early on. And then the MLS is where they're at. But I do love the different presentation styles for each. So again, we'll follow along as the season goes on. For now, let's get ready to take on Wigan. Holy shit. Everybody and their mother's on fucking international duty right now. Let's just make a third team sheet for the moment, because this is fucking nuts. Alright, Bobby's in for Jota. Fucking hell. Let's get Curtis Jones in there. Darwin's still hurt. We'll bump up Naby, Artur. It's going to have to be Milner at CDM. Have Naby and Artur where they need to be. Virgil's out. We'll put Gomez in there. Let's get Robbo out. So we'll have Matip and Ramsey on the bench and Adrian behind Kelleher. So this has been a time this season with injuries, international duty popping up. We have had a time trying to consistently field the same team. I hope that doesn't cost us points against a Wigan team that should be an easy win. Thank you. A Mohamed Salah basket of goals. All 4 goals to Mo. That'll get him right back in the Golden Boot conversation. 4 goals for Salah. And we are looking good. Just like that. Just like that. Australia beat China. Love to see it. Ooh. And we have a drill to do. Interesting. Let's see if I can put my first team back out there and properly train. Apparently I can't. Uh-oh. I might be glitched. I might be glitched. Let me out. Okay, it did let me out. That was funky. Let's just hit simulate training from here instead of trying to play that game. That was a little bit wonky. We have Crystal Palace in the league. We'll start our best team possible. So 4 points behind West Ham, but 5 points up on Villa. Manchester City, 11 wins, 0 draws, 5 losses. Not what you would expect. Palace is always a bit of a tricky team. With our full strength squad back, we should win, and we do. Mo with another goal. Clean sheet for Allison as well. We'll take that. We'll take that for sure. Not bad. Not bad. We're keeping pace. We fully have our targets in Germany scouted. Mr. Danny Webster, how the heck are you, Budsky? So with Germany completely scouted, we had started to look at the Netherlands. We had done that. Could look in Turkey. Let's go ahead and scout out Turkey for now. Great performance, sir. All right, and just like that, another game pretty much immediately. Leicester in the league. Pretty much their full strength team. Former Liverpool keeper Danny Ward in for them. Let's hope we light him up. Fabinho and Mohamed Salah on the goals. Salah also missed a penalty in that game, but we are absolutely cruising right now. And on great pace to be able to find ourselves where we want to be at the end of the season. But man, they are handing us games left and right. A little bit tough to deal with. Fulham, you're going down, Tony Khan. I mean, maybe not, because Mitrovic is there, and I mean, in real life, they They did quite well against Liverpool at the start of the season, but we don't have to talk about that. Thank you. Fabinho, Jota, and Henderson getting some goals. Konate did get a red card. So we won that game despite being down a player. It's pretty surprising. But we will take that. Let's go ahead, take a look. Konate will miss the next game, which is fine. And just like that, we're already back to the first of the month, just about. I'm not going to manage Qatar. You can leave me alone. Qatar to glory. How many people will perish in the process? All right, let's take a look. Second reports back to Australia. We've seen these guys before. Ellis Taylor. Harry Stevens, 70 to 94. We'll sign up for the moment. Patrick Yates, not so much. Tommy Swift. Jude Burt. Louis Pearce. Australians continuing to disappoint a little bit. Out of India. Sujit Qureshi. Kishore Patel. We'll sign him for the moment. Bhagwan Ma. Kamalesh Hussain. Ramu Akhtar. Unfortunately, not the best report there either. And then Vanna in the Netherlands. Got Julian De Vries, Sven Simon, Michael Jacobs. He's gorgeous, but we're not going to sign him. Stan Martens, Joss Simon, Peter Backer. The Backer. All right, we would have to cut somebody to be able to sign him. And yeah, we can start releasing those players. You can start doing that. C. Paul, unfortunately, out of India, is not going to make it. Let's go ahead and sign Peter. And we will double check the report. What do we got for potential? We still have some players who are looking pretty damn good at the high end. Alejandro Rosales is terrible. Louis Roux is unfortunately not going to cut it. Got the dog sleeping in the office. Thought she was stirring. Giannis Sanchez. Honestly, with no guarantees that it's peaking into the 90s, we got to make the hard cut. So Sanchez is going to go. Lefebvre is going to go. As is Patrice Besnard. So, I mean, best available option, still Heath. Aside from that, from somebody that chat had a scout, we'd pretty much be looking at Sebastian Martin, or Jesus Lopez. One of those two, the real kind of standout so far in terms of what we have going on. Let's see what we got for training. Anything interesting there? West Ham in the FA Cup. That'll be a job for the second team. If it is non-league, the second team is in. Not the easiest matchup for them. Let's see what we can do. We already lost to West Ham earlier tonight, so kind of see what happens here. We will we'll see how this goes. It always seems to be home games, except for that Leicester match. All right. This game had the under 18 option. I agree. All right, corner for West Ham. This is already feeling very familiar. Granted that this was pretty much the exact team that played that other game and lost. Well, Cake, you ask questions, I will answer them. Crossing opportunity. God damn it. Our offense is just getting nothing going.
Could cross it in here. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge.
Defense so far, and a penalty opportunity for Paqueta.
This to make it 1-0. And a timely...
Oh my God, he sent me one way and I had time to go back the other. All right. Another corner for them. Jesus Christ, how did we stop that?
So the corner played into the box. And he cleared...
Get the hell out of there.
That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him. Firing it towards goal. And it's in! 1-0!
That's really unfortunate because, again, it should have given us credit for clearing the ball. Like, we had possession. And it should have said that the moment was over, but it didn't. If I knew it was going to do that, I would have just cleared the ball. So that kind of sucks. Major, what's going on, buddy? Like, that really sucks because the moment is, oh, the corner. And we had possession. Dude, we're getting no attack. I've yet to get an attacking opportunity. This is nuts. Our second team is just getting fucking floored. All right, counter-attacking chance in the 59th. Problem is, it's Milner leading it. Firmino for Harvey. Harvey. And Artur got completely outmuscled. He had the lane, someone got close to him, and that was that. Not great. Major, kind of. They added a highlights mode. So yeah, you can play the biggest moments of the game.
Antonio. Paqueta. Oh, goodness me, he sent the post.
All right. Well, we finally get another attacking zone opportunity. What do we want to do here? I don't feel too good about trying to score from here, but that is exactly what I'm going to try to do. Nope. Had the aim totally wrong. Should have gone for the send in with the header, but gotta learn that free kick system sometime, you know? One passes.
And the cross into the middle. This might be...
Let me play the counter. Oh my God. We found the one downside to the moments. I just gotta hope it gives us one more offensive opportunity because we've gotten like two basically.
Still an issue here.
It's like all West Ham, man. This is nuts. Outside of one chance and a free kick.
And a tidy challenge.
Here we go. This is it. We're going to come back here. This is what we got to do. Immediately play it on to Harvey. Immediately play it back for Bobby Firmino. Let's go. Woo. I did not think we were going to be given one more attacking opportunity, but they gave it to us and we made the most of it. Thank God.
And that will be that. The final whistle is sounded.
And it ends up being a draw. We'll go to a replay.
I enjoyed it. I trust you.
Chilson, probably like half an hour to an hour.
Coming up now.
Well, it was a great game, wasn't it? Chances and goals.
I'm not sure how many people are going to be around tonight compared to last night.
I'm certainly looking forward to the replay.
Roberto Firmino, he seemed to be...
Whew, thank God for Bobby. Saved the day. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to run. And I also totally forgot to look at that last like free kick opportunity. I really didn't think he was going to run. It's right there. He wasn't doing much. But he made the best of it. Whew. So we'll go to a replay, a rematch of that particular matchup. Barely survived that. And that forces A lot of rescheduled games. A lot indeed. Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough is next. Konate's back from the red card. This should be a win. It is Middlesbrough. That's disappointing. Goals for Diaz and Henderson, but dropped a couple of points there. Still got one, but it's a little bit disappointing. Just a bit. And look who it is. It's West Ham again, this time in the league, so we won't be playing it. They are still the top dogs this season. Insanity. We're just going to sim it. We have not been able to avoid them this season. Whew. Konate, Carvalho, and Virgil van Dijk. Two defensive players scoring in the win. We'll take that. We will take that. Is that their first loss? It might be. We hand West Ham their first loss of the season, and we move to within 3 points. But look who's behind us, who are slowly but surely sneaking their way up to where they belong. That's a little bit scary.